Will it be Clinchmas in oil country, or will the boys from Tinseltown play the part of the Grinch? We get you set for the Orders of the Kings on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Live on location, Boston Pizza 170th, our final regular season on location, and it's going to be a fun one here already. Bunch of nasties showing up. You see Marge back there behind my shoulder, and there's Cal in the park. Sarah's here, as well as Corey B., and we've got Mo, and we've also got Rob from the Grove. And, Big Uke just settled in. We're going to have a lot of fun here at Boston Pizza, 170th. Come on down and join us, and let's see what happens as the Oilers try to clinch a playoff spot.
Well,
Wellesley.
Last time we were here, it got interesting. So hopefully it's not that interesting.
We're going to leave that alone.
But we want to make sure that the Edmonton Oilers have a great game, and we want to set you up for it.
Yeah.
So it should be a fun show.
Zack Dooley will be joining us. You got Benny Thomson back at ESD Global HQ, Bellsy and Tommy here at BP 170. Take advantage of the great game day specials. $5 off medium pizzas, $1 off tankards of Molson and Coors. Anything else?
I think there's some unbelievable prizes.
We've got some great prizing today. It's a special one. Let's pull this out.
Start
okay.
with this bad
There you
boy.
go. Yeah, Corey B's had his eye on this.
We might have to unpackage it.
You want to unpackage
people
it?
actually know what it is.
Okay, yeah, it has this little zipper thing. So I'm describing it as we're pulling it out. Go ahead. It's an orange and blue Oilers and Molson pullover. These are really nice. They're very popular. It's got the hood too. We gave one of these away earlier in the season. People really liked it. That's right, Benny. You wear what you win. So there you go.
Nice one right here.
It's a really nice one. We'll put that back in the bag in a little bit. Yeah. But we've also got GCs. Tony came and brought out a bunch of T-shirts. We got some sandals and flip-flops for the start of the summer when it eventually gets here. I know we just crept into spring. T-shirts, sandals, and some Heineken stuff, some more Molson stuff and Coors. And then the grand prize today is a brand new Oilers alternate jersey.
Is Shawn Belle in the back?
Oh, yeah. No Bell 45.
You can put Belle back there, though.
But you could.
You could, and it's been done before. You can put Boom Boom on the back, they're saying. So that is the grand prize, an Oilers alternate jersey. Make sure that thing doesn't hit the ground, Bellsy. What size is that? What size is that? Yeah.
It's a nice 56.
Oh, 56. Okay, that's good.
Perfect. Yeah, a little.
All right, should fit most people.
Most people.
Yeah, or you could get it. Embroidered and then framed up. Whatever you want to do, that will be the grand prize. So some excellent prizes here at Boston Pizza 170. Tony, or Anthony, as we like to call him, is hooking it up, and
he loves that name.
Yeah, he loves it. We'll be putting some stuff out on our social media. If you want to come down and enjoy a good time, take advantage of some great food and specials, and then maybe a libation or two, and watch the Oilers clinch a playoff spot, and then walk away with a brand new alternate jersey. Also, a reminder, and I just found out about this, but Tony wanted me to mention it. Sunday, May 24th, the one and only Wheels, Atif, turning 50.
Oh.
And his birthday celebration starting at 5 p.m. on May 24th, right here at Boston Pizza 170th. So, Wheels, I didn't know you were that young. I thought you were about 83, but turning 50 on the 24th, and they're going to have a party for him here at BP 170th. Before we dive in even more, I'm going to remind folks Zack Dooley will be joining us from the LA Kings. He's a reporter, does great stuff with them on the website and on socials. And he'll give us a quick glimpse into the Kings going into this game. They're looking to stay alive and punch their ticket to the postseason. They're not 1 point away like the Oilers, but they've been turning it on lately, and we'll find out about them from Zach. And then, of course, GCL Diesel, presenting sponsor of the pre- and post-game shows and providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to ejectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Get into the conversation, please, and thank you. Text us 780-218-9999. Hop into the nasty chat over on YouTube. When we pulled up to BP, got set up here after doing Hello Hockey, we joked about it on Hello Hockey, the Alberta accent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
Oh, yeah.
And there's people texting me like, there's no accent here. There is a very distinct accent.
Distinct.
We're guilty. I'm guilty of it.
We don't even know that we do it.
We do it. It's Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
That's a bit of a Jamaican accent.
Yeah,
but that's,
No. That's a bit.
yeah.
No. There are some similarities, some crossover.
That's it.
It's Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
there, bud.
bud.
All right, man.
Oh, for sure,
Simmer
eh?
down over there,
Oh,
Tom
tough guy
Gazzola.
over
Get
there,
back to the
eh?
show. Get it back on rails here, eh?
Oh, man, what is this? That's Alberta, baby.
There you go.
Or Alberta, baby.
Here we go.
Anyway, we're having fun, and we're making fun of ourselves, so it's okay. Benny Thomson back at EST HQ. What's going on, pal? You ready for this one?
Yeah, I mean, like this is a, we'll
You almost just
it.
dropped it, by the way. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
almost
oh
did-
yeah,
oh, yeah.
everybody.
For
I'm just
sure,
here for the
bud,
boys
yeah.
in blue here to try to get a dub here to
Get
Sure,
throw
come on.
revved up.
Throw us in.
Yeah.
throw us in.
Throw us in and get revved up for the
Pair
game.
with a
Got a dart?
brewski and watch the Oilers clinch playoffs
A
here.
little
eh?
AGD.
Come on.
I almost
Get an
swore.
AGD in you.
It's hard not to swear
Don't.
in that accent.
Don't.
No, I mean this is an exciting day for Oilers fans. You know, this is a chance that the Oilers have a chance to clinch playoffs today. Which I mean, there was a question mark around that a couple of weeks, months ago. Some people didn't think they would do it, but here they are. They have a chance to do it today against a team that they've played many times over the past couple of years. A team that they have done very well against. The Kings are coming in this game, winning 3 straight. And, so maybe they're a little bit better than last time these two teams played, because I think the last time they played was an 8-1 win for the Oilers.
8-1.
I don't expect that to be the case tonight or this afternoon, but, I do think the Oilers have a good chance to win this one, despite missing Draisaitl, Hyman, and it sounds like Dickinson too. So, it's I still think they win today, but, LA's going to be desperate, so you got to come prepared.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but...
Shaggy says, how do we say decal again? Oh, yeah. Bro's got some nice decals on his. Got some good decals on there, eh? Got some decals on that Dooley. It's decal and sick truck, bro. Okay. Zach Dooley will be joining us. Speaking of Dooleys, an actual Dooley will be joining us in about 5 minutes time. Do you have a question of the day for us, Benny Thomson?
Yeah, I do. Question of the day. Jason Dickinson doesn't look like he'll play this afternoon, we believe. If he is out, hypothetically, let's say he's out for game 1 of the playoffs.
Ooh.
Who is your third line center
already?
replacement?
Why do you got to do that?
What? This. We need to have this discussion. We need to prepare for a possible Jason
We're
Dickinson.
a week away from the playoffs.
Yep. And I understand players play hurt, and I'd imagine Dickinson would if he can, but we don't know the severity of the injury. So
Enough to keep him out today. That's what we know.
yes. So who is
Can
your
I go?
third line center replacement for him?
Go ahead.
Oh, it's Adam Henrique. He's a guy that
Oh, boy.
that's what you have. I mean,
Come on.
man, anyway, I'm not saying it's the greatest option in the world, because I do think that Adam Henrique's game has slowed down a little bit, but based off experience, based off of smarts, based off of just, the ability to become more of a defensive player, I think he'd be a guy that they would count upon to try to slide into that particular role. So
He has
hopefully
looked
that
better in the last
Dickinson
few games.
isn't hurt, and he's not out for an extended period of time. But we've seen Henrique in that role. He has looked better. He's starting to come around a little bit.
I don't love it.
I'm not saying I love it either, but
Okay.
that is probably the option, given the fact that he has that much experience. When you go into playoffs, sometimes that experience does pay off, and a guy like him, could potentially get the job done.
Okay, so question of the day is, if Jason Dickinson isn't ready for game 1 of the playoffs, which we're assuming is either Sunday or Monday, haven't had official word or anything or been privy to that just yet, but we're anticipating Sunday or Monday for the Edmonton Oilers when they clinch, which they could do with a point today. Who is your third line center? Well, and you might not have Draisaitl. They've said that.
So based off of those lines that we see right there, what is your third line and what's your fourth line?
Dude, it's slim pickings. I might even say Trent Frederick, or you'd have Yeah.
Or
are you putting Lazar or Henrique there? Or are you putting Roslovic at center in the playoffs when we're not sure how he performs in the playoffs? He's a healthy scratch for Carolina last year.
Go.
I have time for Szymanski. I have time. I'm not saying I don't know if it's
I know, but
gonna work, but he's young.
It's the
Totally
playoffs, yeah.
Yep.
Experience prevails, gentlemen.
I'm thinking in my head that Draisaitl's healthy game one. Like I'm just thinking, like to me, I'm
thinking Dickinson's healthy game one.
True, but in this hypothetical in my head, I have Draisaitl healthy, and so I think I would put Nuge as a third line center because we're seeing Podkolzin and McDavid Savoy have chemistry, or I mean even Hyman as well. So you can go Hyman, McDavid, Savoy, Draisaitl, Podkolzin, Roslovic, and then Nuge, Kapanen, Doc or whoever, Frederick or whoever you want to throw there. So that's kind of what in my head. But they, who knows? Maybe Draisaitl and Dickinson are both out come game one.
What say you? 780-218-9999. We're going to be joined by Zack Dooley shortly here from Crypto.com Arena. The Oilers and the Kings closing out the regular season series tonight. The Kings dropping an 8-1 decision to Edmonton the last time the Oil rolled through town. The Oilers 40-29-10. LA 33-26-19. You can text us 780-218-9999. Hop into the nasty chat. If you're watching live on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. And, of course, a reminder that we're giving away some great prizes courtesy of Molson. Bellsy, show us the second best prize of the day.
The second best prize? Man, it might be the other one.
Well, I don't know. It depends how you look at it. Do you want to
awesome.
You want this pullover 90s throwback Oilers?
Got all the Molson inside.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
People really like this one. Or do you want the jersey, which is the grand prize today? We've got an Oilers alternate jersey. Tony and the crew here at Boston Pizza 170th have this bad boy to give away. That will be our grand prize if you come on down. You got to be here, purchase a beverage, and get a ticket to entry. And then Tony just dropped off about 1 million gift cards to BP.
Sandals in there, right?
Sandals with the summer coming up, and some T-shirts and
koozies, maybe.
Koozies. I think there's a couple of Bluetooth speakers. So we're going all out for the last regular season game on location here at BP 170th. We'll probably be here for road games in the postseason. I think Hudson's once in, and maybe BP Clairview as well. We're going to be at the Canadian Ice House for every Oilers home game. So come on down and join us wherever we're at. All right, Zack Dooley's ready to rock. He's got some stuff to do today. He's got to do some intermission, or not intermission, but Zack, you've got some pregame stuff. You do scoreboard hit. Like, what's the itinerary for you after you finish up with us?
Yeah, they put me on right after warm-ups on the scoreboard here at Crypto.com Arena. It's, I guess they have no better options.
You're a good option. You do a great job. But at least it's a live hit. You didn't have to pre-record it or anything, so you got up to date.
It's live.
Yeah,
they let me on live. It's unreal.
Yeah, just don't drop any of these. And then, yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, we're trying to speculate what the Oilers are going to do. Obviously, you're going to be checking out the warm-up and seeing what the Kings are doing. Do you have any lineup information that's pertinent, or do you need to wait till the teams hit the ice for warm-up?
Kings will likely be very similar to last game. Jeff Malott not going to play for the Kings. Matthew Joseph will play on the fourth line. That should be the only change. DJ Smith did not commit one way or the other on a goaltender. My hunch would be Anton Forsberg with how well he's played as of late. But that's probably the one you got to see who leads him out the tunnel. Otherwise, I think it'll just be the one change for LA.
Okay, the Kings have been trying to make a march to the postseason. So far, so good. They might get in there, and we've called it the Turtle Derby in the Pacific. We've called it the pillow fight, obviously, after McDavid had his comments. And when you rattle off a bunch of wins in a short period of time, it thrusts you back into the playoff picture. What has catapulted LA to these wins lately, in your opinion, Zack?
Well, if you guys are doing a post-game show, prepare about another 5 minutes because the Kings go to overtime every single night. And when you go to overtime every single night, even when you lose, you get at least 1 point. So the Kings set an NHL record for overtime games played and overtime losses. So they're getting points pretty much every night. The other night I looked, they were the only team in the West with points in 8 of 10 games. Now they're 4-2-4, but they're getting points every single night. Since March 1st, the Kings are scoring about one more goal a game. Coincides pretty nicely with Artemi Panarin's arrival. So, go figure. You add an elite offensive player and you score more goals. It's not the sit back and defend LA Kings anymore. They're playing higher event games. They're scoring more. They're giving up more, forechecking more. They're playing a lot more aggressively. And it hasn't been the prettiest. It's not, the 2-1 Kings wins, but they're winning a lot of 1-goal games. They're playing a lot of 1-goal games. And when you do that enough, you're going to find yourself in the mix, I think.
Yeah, they're right there holding down that second wild card spot going into action today. Belsey.
Yeah, one thing I found really interesting with the Kings is in the past couple of years, they've been unbelievable at home. And it seems like it's kind of changed where right now they're 19, 9, and 10 on the road, and they're 14, 17, and 9 at home. What has been, I guess, the biggest difference? Because usually coming into LA is a very hard night. You know that it's going to be a low event game in past, and usually they're going to win when they're at home. So what's kind of been the change, I guess, from the home and road perspective?
Man, you're spot on, and that's the $1 million question. It's one that I feel like I've asked every player on the team. I've asked both of the coaches, and just nobody seems to have a true answer to it. It's kind of mysterious. The Kings won, I think, 32 games at home last year, which is absurd. Yeah. And they've won, I think, 14 this year. 4-1-1 on the current homestand, but before that, I don't think there was a winning homestand all season. It's been unbelievable because the Kings go on the road and they come out hard. They start games well. They play a certain way, and then it just has not translated at home whatsoever. I honestly don't know. I've kind of given up on wondering, like, maybe they should increase the budget and put the fellas downtown at a hotel the night before the game, because I think they've tried just about everything else.
The crazy part about that is when I played in the league in Minnesota, we actually did do that in the playoffs, where when we were at home, they pulled everybody out. We went to a hotel.
St. Paul Hotel?
St. Paul Hotel.
I swear it's haunted.
They're like, we're better on the road, so this is what we're going to do. So, yeah, kind of funny.
Zach, the St. Paul Hotel.
Next step.
Yeah.
We actually have never stayed there.
Do you guys stay in Minneapolis?
We've been in Minneapolis, and we've been out by the Vikings, by the Vikings practice rink there. Yeah, so we've never. I know a lot of our guys. We used to stay at the St. Paul, but that was before I traveled. Heard they have an amazing. I don't know if it's like a hotel bar or like a hotel restaurant, and there's like a soup. I'm told is unbelievable there.
They have a great lounge, and that might be it.
But lounge, yeah,
it's old school. Like we have the Hotel McDonald here in Edmonton, the Fairmont. It's very similar to that. I think it was probably built around the same time. So, anyway, that's St. Paul, and that's the Wild. So let's move on from that. As Zack Dooley is joining us, Kings reporter from Crypto.com Arena, before he heads out to do his hit pregame. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was Jim Hiller at the helm when the Oilers faced the Kings last. And we wondered about, after the playoffs last year, how things changed when Quentin Byfield's chip out of the zone got intercepted by Evan Bouchard, and then the Oilers scored, and it kind of that swung the momentum of the series. And we're like, does Kenny Holland switch things up when it comes to his coach? He didn't do that. He kept Hiller. And then midseason, he puts DJ Smith in charge and behind the bench. I know Holland didn't like changing coaches midseason when he was in Detroit. He didn't want to do it here in Edmonton, but his hand was kind of forced. How has DJ Smith impacted this Kings team, Zach?
I think it's number one, the mentality. It's been a lot more aggressive, under DJ Smith. He's willing to let the guys run a little bit more in the offensive zone. He wants them to forecheck. He wants them to play aggressively. He doesn't want it to come at the expense of, trading 2-on-1s all night, but he's willing to be open the system up a little bit. And I think that's why the Kings are scoring more goals. And I think he also just helped to kind of restore the mentality. Like that loss to the Oilers last year stuck with this team for 50 games this year. Like it lingered. And that was a devastating, you talk about that moment in game 4, but the way the Kings lost that series up 2-0, it was definitely the best team that they've had in these 4 years of playoff matchups. That stung all off season. It stung into the season. They just weren't able to get through it. And when he came in, he said, this has stuck with us and it ends today. And I think that he has been able to move this team forward a little bit from that series. And it hasn't been perfect. There have been some bad games. There have been some losses you don't like. There have been some goals against you really when you see them happen. But overall, it's just been a little bit different of a vibe around the team since he's taken over. I think he's kind of restored the swagger a little bit, and he's got them playing just a lot more aggressively.
All right, one more for Zach because I know he needs to get out to do his hit. But what do you got?
Yeah,
I got to gel my hair first too, so yeah, give me a couple minutes here.
I use Swedish hair cream. It works great. I highly recommend. Your hair looks good today, though. I have to say,
Thanks.
Zach.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I was just going to ask you about Artemi Panarin. Obviously, when you bring in a player of his caliber, it's going to obviously impact the team. And I think you mentioned since he's come in, they've scored at least another goal a game. But outside of just the goals, like what has he meant to the Los Angeles Kings?
Yeah, I mean, he's been what they've been missing. Like they haven't had that top end playmaking offensive player who just commands respect every time he's on the ice. The power play for me is when you notice it. Like he runs the show from the left side of the umbrella, and you just see that when he has the puck, teams adjust their penalty kill to him. It's like he's the guy that they're triggering, and it's like, okay, do they play him aggressively? And if so, he's so good at moving the puck to the open man that it opens up lanes for others. Or if they back off him, he's willing to hold it for 15 seconds to wait for that lane to open up, or he'll shoot it himself. He has been a game changer on the power play for sure. And I think that if you look at Adrian Kempe, he's had a great year regardless. He's over a point per game since Panarin came. Kopitar's numbers in the middle are up since Panarin came. He makes everyone around him better. And, the narrative with the Kings for so many years in this series has been like, okay, the Oilers have the stars, the Kings have the depth. Kings never had a star player. Artemi Panarin's not Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl, but he's a star, I think, in the NHL. The Kings finally have their star forward. He has really changed the way, especially, offensively on the power play and in 3-on-3 since the Kings play it every single night, how the Kings are able to take control in those kind of situations.
Okay, Zach, do your best Alberta accent. We've been joking about it all day today.
I could go get Shawn May. He's in the other room to get him to just speak naturally.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
exactly. Okay, appreciate the time, Zach. The hair looks good. A little bit of gel, you'll look good. And thanks again for hopping on. Say hi to Mazer. Say hi to Carlin. Say hi to Bernstein. Say hi to Jonathan Davis. Say hi to the whole crew out there.
Will do. Yeah, thanks for having me, boys.
All right, Zach, thank you. There you go. Zack Dooley, LA Kings reporter. Appreciate him taking a little bit of time before he has to hop onto the bench and do his pregame hit for everybody at crypto.com arena. He's great. Good information there.
Well, that was fantastic.
Yep. I like that. I'll get Shawn May to just talk.
Just talk now.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, Bod. Oh, man. Good to see you, Bod. If you don't know, Shawn May used to do public relations for the Oilers. He is now the director of PR communications for the Los Angeles Kings. Big thank you to Zack Dooley once again. All right, text us 780-218-9999. Get to the nasty chat as well. You got Gazzola and Belle with you live on location at Boston Pizza 170th. You have Betty Thomson back at EST Global HQ. Come on down, take advantage of great game day specials. You're at BP. And then some great prizes that we showed earlier. You got the Oilers and Molson orange and blue pullover jacket. And then the grand prize today, because it is the final regular season game, we're here on location, will be the Oilers alternate jersey, which looks good. Size 56, which I believe is an XL. Or is it between large XL? It should fit pretty much everybody. Go ahead.
The Masters is on.
It certainly is.
And I almost burst out laughing because I looked up at a particular point, and the guy was in the bushes and right in front of all the fans. And I was like, that's kind of like my game. And then he hit it, and he scorched it back into the crowd. And I was like, that's 100% like my game.
Mine too.
I'm like, they're just like us.
Well, I mean, these courses and these conditions will make them like us.
They will make it. They'll make it. Yeah. I feel like if I was to try to go to Augusta, I'd be like 200.
But yeah, me too. It's super tough. Super tough. All right. We will pass along information in regard to lineups when the teams hit the ice for warm up. It's weird with it being a 2:00 start Mountain Time, 1:00 Pacific. The teams practiced yesterday, but didn't really divulge too much. So we'll hold off on lineups until the teams hit the ice for warm up. But in the meantime, we can get to Game Changers, brought to you by Damon Bunting Real Estate. Yeah. Damon Bunting, a top producing And a consistent realtor in the greater Edmonton area for almost 20 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or visit his Instagram at DamonBuntingRealEstate. All right, Game Changers, as always, with our game analyst, Shawn Belle. Number one, Merry Clinchmas.
Merry Clinchmas. They are on the verge, the precipice of clinching another berth into the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yes.
They need 1 point to get it done. And what better way than to do it against an old friend who that you have, beaten along the way.
The LA Kings, a collective old friend?
Yeah, it's a collective old friend.
Okay.
I mean, it's a perfect group. It is a group that is playing better. And with talking about the Los Angeles Kings, and for me, they're going to test the Oilers in a lot of ways. This is a team that's got some experience on the back end. They've got some guys that are up front that can put the puck in the net. We just talked about it, obviously with Artemi Panarin. So the Oilers are going to get tested. This is not going to be a cakewalk. So having this particular game, walking into it, you got to get your defensive game back on track. You got to still score. You got to find some depth pieces, depth scoring, because Dickinson's now out as well. It's going to be a tough task. But all you need is 1 point.
All you need is 1 point.
And then you're back into the dance. And once you get into the dance, you never know.
Benny Thomson?
Yeah, I mean, get back to the dance. It's all you need, man. Home ice advantage, screw all that. Doesn't really matter. Just get to the dance. I think we've been saying that all year. And you never know what can happen in the playoffs. In terms of this matchup, both teams are better from the last time they matched up. It was an 8-1 win for the Oilers, and I remember saying on that post-game show, that game was more of a representation of how bad the LA Kings are versus the Edmonton Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers didn't play well that night. It was just Kings were so bad, and Oilers kind of just capitalized on their chances. I think we can look back at that and go, okay, these two teams have improved a lot since then. The Oilers have improved their defensive game outside of two lapses we've seen the past couple weeks. And the LA Kings are starting to find their rhythm a little bit, firing Jim Hiller, bringing in DJ Smith. Is that head coach?
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's right.
DJ Smith, head coach. Artemi Panarin has slid in there. It fit really well. Like Zach was saying there about Panarin, how the Kings haven't had a star player to go up against Connor McDavid and Draisaitl. I agree with him. Artemi Panarin's a star player. He's not a Draisaitl McDavid level star, but he is absolutely a star in the NHL. And so it's him playing with Anze Kopitar and Kempe. That to me seemed like a really dangerous line tonight. It's funny to me how Anton Forsberg has kind of become the guy that's looking like he'll play today, and Bernstein's on EST Afternoons yesterday talking about if the Kings get in, that he thinks that Forsberg will be the game one starter
the guy.
for the playoffs. Like that to me is crazy. After we were talking about, I think it was last year where Kemper was a Vezina finalist. So it's been quite the turnaround there. I still look at them and go and agree with Jack Roslovic. I think they're frauds. I still don't think they're a contender by any means. To be honest with you, whoever gets in that wild card 2 spot to me is just gonna get slapped around by the Colorado Avalanche. I think it'll be a waste of 8 days, to quote Daryl Sutter. So, in terms of the game today, if the Oilers play solid game, defensive game, I think they beat the LA Kings tonight, even though they're missing the guys, but we'll see.
And the other crazy piece of that is, right now the LA Kings they average about 2.7 goals for a game, which puts them 28th in the league. And if we're sitting here saying, hey, you brought in Panarin, and now you have added 1 goal a game, you're not scoring a whole lot at all.
No.
So it's an interesting matchup because it is a team that's playing better. They only have 215 goals for, so it still seems, based on just stats alone, it is more the same with the LA Kings, where they've always struggled to score. So it will be an interesting test. I do think that's going to be a very dangerous line, like you mentioned, Benny. So the Oilers cannot take this team lightly because, hey, they're only really 5 points back of you.
Grumpy Cat just showed up. Good to see him. Going to have a great turnout of nasties here at Boston Pizza 170th. It is Game Changers with our game analyst, Shawn Belle. Point number 1 was Merry Clinchmas. Game Changers is always brought to you by Damon Bunting Real Estate. I'm going to quickly add to point number 2, but preface it with saying Connor Ingram is going to start.
Yeah. Okay.
We have that. I'll get into the full lineup when the teams go through the rushes and all of that on both sides. But that's a good sign because it says like you did in point number 2, stay healthy.
Yeah, they got to stay healthy. I don't know what's going on. It seems like the injury bug is hitting them a little bit. It is a lot of hockey for a few of these players. I mean, they've had deep runs into the playoffs, getting to the Stanley Cup Finals. So it does have a little bit of wear and tear on your body. Leon Draisaitl being out for an extended period of time obviously hurts. Having Hyman out for an extended period of time, and he could potentially play in the playoffs, but something where, you just want to see some of these nagging injuries I guess, go away. So are you resting players? Is that a situation? What's happening with Hyman and Dickinson? Is that why they're out, or are they legitimately hurt, which is going to cause a lot of problems because it continues to test your depth? And, this is just my opinion, but are the Oilers deeper this year than they were last year?
Nope.
I don't think so.
The answer is no.
And if that's the case, well, you're going to be in trouble when you start to see significant pieces, being pulled out of your lineup due to injury. So I'm hoping it's just a situation where they're resting their guys, making sure they're healthy or as close to healthy as possible before we get into the Stanley Cup playoffs.
This ties in. It's a text from Ryan from Sask. It also goes to the question of the day, which is like, who would you put at third line center if Dickinson's out for game 1 of the playoffs? And Ryan from Sask says, I have time for Szymanski at 3C. Moves well enough, has the defensive acumen. What's unknown, if he can withstand the physicality and battle level of the playoffs, you would hope that beyond the first round, they're getting either Leon or Dickinson back. Good point. That's a good text.
I like
Szymanski.
I've thought he's been really good since he's come in. He's found a way to be almost an everyday NHLer. I got a lot of time for that as well. I just know that coaches value experience. Right in the playoffs. So maybe it's as simple as, okay, if Dickinson's out hypothetically, maybe it's Henrique that slots in for the first period, and then they move off of him, given how a guy like Szymanski or Lazar or some of these other guys start to play. I do think there is fluidity in their lineup, which allow guys to come into certain spots and out of certain spots. But yeah, it's a good point.
I've been very encouraged by Szymanski. Sorry, go ahead, Benny.
So I mean, if we're going to compare last year's team to this year's team in terms of depth, so you swapped out what? Corey Perry, Connor Brown, Jeff Skinner, Victor Arvidsson. I mean, technically we'll say Matthias Janmark right now.
John Klingberg.
Evander Kane. I was thinking fourth. Yeah, it's defenseman Brett Kulak, John Klingberg. And then think about the replacements that you have for them right now, right? It's been Matt Savoy. It's filling in now. Szymanski, Colton Dock, Roslovic. On the back end, it's Emberson, Murphy, Stasi's a 7th. Murphy's in. So I mean, when you compare those two bunches of players there, last year's team was definitely more experienced, right? And we talked about it. Like the experience is huge in the playoffs. But like I've been saying all year, it comes at a cost. When if you're trying to move from an old, slower team to a younger, faster team to open your window for a longer stretch, it's going to come at a cost of experience and possibly the cost of going on a deep playoff run for a year or two. And that's kind of what I expect this year. Who knows? They could prove me wrong, but these new guys they've added in, I think they can fill a role, and we're starting to see some signs from that. But right now, the Oilers could very well use Corey Perry, Connor Brown, especially with these injuries right now. Let's just hope they get everyone back healthy and see how it all kind of trickles down in the playoffs.
All right, we have the starter for the LA Kings. It will be Anton Forsberg, who you heard Zack Dooley say has been the better goalie, and then he was talking about Bernstein referencing, Benny was referencing what Bernstein had to say. He probably starts in the first round, according to Dennis. Interesting how that has changed. And Darcy Kemper was the guy. Darcy Kemper made Team Canada's Olympic team.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Trevi just walked in the building.
Oh, YouTube Trev is here. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we have a really... Oh, there he is. People are saying hello to him. Oh, hey, guys. Awesome. Good to see everybody in. Good to see Quinton's here now. That's awesome. Good turnout for today here at Boston Pizza 170th. All right. It is Game Changers, brought to you by Damon Bunting Real Estate. Point number 1, Mary Clinchman. Point number 2, stay healthy. Point number 3, Shawn Belle, defensive-minded.
Defensive-minded. The last couple of games, they've slipped up on the defensive end. They've got to get back to doing what's going to help them in the playoffs, and that's being detailed defensively, once again, I've talked about this a million times, but taking away time and space, just being solid positionally and make teams, I guess, have to try to enter the house, but they've got to do it by working to get it. And they can't be giving up anything for free. This is a team, the LA Kings, that have guys that can score. I understand that we just talked about the fact that they're at 2.7 goals for a game, which is 28th in the league. But Zach also did mention that they're scoring a little bit more since Artemi Panarin's come in.
Right.
So you've got a team that's is desperate. They want to make sure that they stay in the playoff picture. They don't want you to clinch against them. So you got to find a way to make sure that you're playing the right way. And if you've got all these guys that are on your lineup, you've got Draisaitl on your lineup, you've got Dickinson on your lineup, you've got Hyman on your lineup, well, you got to find ways to impact the game, and that's on the defensive side. So if there is a renewed focus to the defensive end, I think you still have what it takes to get this job done, get that point that you need to get back in the playoffs, but it only starts by playing defensive, playing the right way. The details matter at this time of the year, and you can't give Los Angeles anything for free. So it's an important game.
I mean, to me, the Oilers got back to that defensive-minded game that third period against San Jose. Like, that was a full-blown shutdown game for them. I did not think San Jose looked dangerous whatsoever in that third period. I think they understood, or the Oilers understood that, they had a mission to shut down a desperate San Jose Sharks team. Now, I'll say I was shocked at how, passive the Sharks were in the third period. Like, they were highlighted on the Sportsnet broadcast. I just don't understand how you don't go all out. Like, this is for your playoff hopes, and yet they were sitting in like a 1-2-2 trap in the third period, down by 2 goals.
I think that had to do with McDavid just being on another planet. Like, when you watch him, he was flying all over the ice. So, you got to take you're basically playing the odds at that point. Okay, like, can we slow down McDavid with the 1-2-2, keep him to the outside so that he doesn't continue to just destroy us from an offensive perspective, and maybe we can now counterpunch them and see if we can attack. And hey, there's a turnover, we go the opposite way. That's kind of what it seemed like a little bit.
That's old style Kings hockey and Phoenix Coyotes too, which was boring as hell.
The damage is already done. David had 5 points by the third period. Like, you're down by by 3. You're down by 3 for your playoff hopes. Right? You
just don't want him to go off and have 10,
have 6. Like, to me, if I'm San Jose, I would have pulled my goalie at the 6-minute mark. Like, this is your playoff hope right here. Go get it. Yeah. And they sat in a passive trap trying to make sure McDavid didn't get 6 points instead of 5. Still 6-5, same thing. Like, McDavid ripped you guys. So I don't know. To me, I was pretty shocked by that. But if the Oilers play a similar third period like they did against San Jose, I think they shut down the Kings tonight.
All right, let's get into your starting lineups. We do have lines from Crypto.com Arena for the Oilers tonight. McDavid between Podkolzin and Savoy. Nugent-Hopkins between Jones and Kapanen. So Max Jones getting the bump up to the second line. You got Szymanski centering Colton Dach and Trent Frederick. Then Adam Henrique between Curtis Lazar and Jack Roslovic. On defense, Ekholm with Bouchard. Nurse with Murphy, Wallman, and Emerson. And we'll get to your starting goalies in just a second. But in the meantime, we're going to go take a look at the LA Kings. Their lineup for today. Kopitar between Panarin and Kempe. Byfield with Moore and Laferriere. Lawton between Armia and Wright. Hellenius between Joseph and Ward. On defense, Mikey Anderson with Drew Doughty. Joel Edmondson with Brant Clark. Brian Dumoulin with Cody Ceci. Your starting goalies for the Edmonton Oilers, it will be Connor Ingram. He's 15-9-2 on the season, 278 goals against average, 894 save percentage with 2 shutouts in 29 games played. Ingram versus LA, lifetime 1-3-2 record, 298 GAA, 885 save percentage in 7 games. And then at the other end of the rink, it will be Anton Forsberg. The 33-year-old is 14-11-5 this season, 265 goals against average, 907 save percentage, 2 shutouts in 33 games played. He has a 2-3-1 record versus Edmonton lifetime, 301 goals against average, 908 save percentage in 7 games versus the Oil. And that brings us to the Say the Reed Sport Medicine Injury Report. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists. You have a bag of peas. Get the same locker room approach trusted by the best in the game at Say the Reed Sport Medicine. Book your assessment today, www.saythereadsportmed.ca, or call 780-460-9977. For the Oilers, Jason Dickinson, leg out. Zach Hyman, undisclosed. Expect him to play next week. At least that's what we were told last. Leon Draisaitl, LTIR, lower body. Matthias Janmark, done for the season, shoulder surgery. As for the Kings, Andrei Kuzmenko, he's out for the season, knee. Kevin Fiala out for the season, lower leg, and Jeff Malott, who's been nicked up lately, also a no-go for the LA Kings. So go check out Say the Read Sport Medicine. Book your assessment today at saythereadsportmed.ca or call 780-460-9977. All right, boys, we have a little bit of time here. I want to get to a couple things. We will get to what you text us. We'll save it for the end.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
So just seeing who is out for the Kings.
Yeah.
You put Fiala into this lineup and Kuzmenko. Is this a much more dangerous team?
Offensively, absolutely.
Is it a team that would give you a little bit more, put a little bit more fear into you?
A little bit, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No denying that.
I'm curious to see where this team's going to go because I do think obviously there's pieces there. Panarin's obviously a big get. Adrian Kemp, I think Kempy's an unbelievable hockey
He's a
player.
weapon, man.
He's awesome. Byfield's been getting better year after year. Fiala's a good offensive talent. I think there's some juice in this lineup.
Yes.
And some of it's obviously out for the season, but I'm this is gonna be a team to watch, I think, in the future.
They're
But I
losing
don't think they're really that young either, right?
they're losing their guy though, their leader.
Yeah.
In Kopitar.
Yeah.
I think there's other guys that have to step up, right?
Right.
How much of, and I should have asked Zach this, I'm kicking myself for not doing this. How much of this surge that the Kings have had has to do with them trying to do it for Kopitar? Because he strikes me as the type of guy that they would rally for.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like one of the best leaders of this era of hockey players.
Yeah, he's been good.
So this could definitely be a rallying, just for get Kopitar more games in his career, right? Even though if it's gonna be 4 in Colorado, go get an extra couple games for him. They'll probably get swept on home ice, so it'll all work out in the end.
Very positive, Benny.
I'm sorry, man. I don't believe this. I don't believe any wild card 2 team against Colorado Avalanche. I don't, except Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Winnipeg's sneaky, but that's the only team I'd go, maybe there's a chance, but
kudos to Kopitar. Yeah, I understand. I just wanted to chastise a bit, but kudos to Kopitar for going post to post with one franchise in his career. I appreciate that.
yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get to your game day odds check, brought to you by Play Alberta. When you play in Alberta, it stays in Alberta. It's safe and secure. And the revenue generated from Play Alberta is redirected into Alberta's General Revenue Fund, which is used to support programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. Your money line, Edmonton still, I just refreshed it at Play Alberta, still the dog at plus 101. The Kings at minus 119. If you want to sprinkle really quickly, be sure to use your game sense, of course. And then your over-under set at 6.5. The over set at minus 103. The under at minus 114. That is your game day odds check, brought to you by Play Alberta. Any texts you guys want to get to? Anything you want to hit on? Norm says, hi. Guys, if Sticky Rice is there, look out. Sticky Rice gave me a sensual back massage. She's here. We'll look out.
Okay.
Thank you, Norm. RBM says, hi, friends. Hello, RBM. And then this is the one I wanted to get to because can you show us the grand prize again for today here at BP 170th? An Oilers alternate jersey, size 56. And as Guy Flaming put it, by the way, you can catch the Pipeline Show here on EST on Saturdays, I think Wednesdays too, or is it Mondays, Benny? Or Guy will just text us.
Yeah.
The Pipeline Show. Yeah, it's on after Hello Hockey.
Yeah, it's on. I think I saw 2:00 today. So.
Okay, so right after we're finished up here on the pregame show. Guy saying a large/XL will fit, quote, pretty much everybody with a smiley face tear. Guy, not everybody, but pretty much everybody. And if you're too small for it, it still fits. It's just
a little bit. It's like
it's a parachute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll float in a high gust of wind.
Yeah.
Which would be fun.
Yeah.
You might even fly.
You probably fit Benny's pants.
Yeah.
That'll be the
Go
full
well with
squirrel
Betty's
shoot.
pads.
Squirrel shoot. No.
Oh, boy. All right. We have a few minutes left. We have 8 minutes left. What do you want to hit on? What have we missed? You can text us 780-218-9999. Hop into the chat as well. What do you guys got?
Ben, you got anything?
I don't know, man. Let's see. I mean, this is Connor Ingram. I guess we can talk about this a little bit more. We haven't discussed it.
Go for it. Yeah.
Very happy to see that he's back. The injury last game where, they brought him out, precautionary, and I liked how he backed up. I was like, hey, that's redeeming. If Jari goes down with an injury, he'd step in. So I like the chances of Connor Ingram playing today, and sure enough, he gets it. This team, for one, I mean, talk about just how he has saved the season in a way, because if they didn't have him in net, man, if it was Tristan Jarry as their main starter, and especially in his down points here, it would have been rough. I don't even know if this team's in a playoff spot, but even just playoffs now, looking at it, if Connor Ingram's not the starting goalie, man, I think it completely changes the dynamic of this team going into playoffs. I think it takes their chances of being, the favorite from the Pacific side of the West Coast to, if they played Vegas, I take Vegas with Tristan Jarry in net for the Oilers personally. So it's a big get to have Connor Ingram back in. Make sure he's healthy, make sure he's good to go, because the Oilers are going to need him come the playoffs here.
Well said,
I
Benny.
agree with you. I find it right now that the Vegas team with Tortorella in their lineup, or on their bench, is giving them enough juice to close the gap.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you when it comes to having Ingram in the net, but the Oilers got to be healthy, or the guy's got to be back.
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm not sure, if there's anybody out of the lineup, I think Vegas has got a terrific team. And I think they'll push the Oilers' hypothetical world, because we don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs.
Right.
I think they would push them as far as they possibly need to, because I think it'd be a closer series than most people think.
I understand that. All right. Go ahead.
Knock on wood, Oilers don't deal with any more injuries for the rest of the season. If I had to guess, I think everyone will be back playing in the lineup come game one. I think Draisaitl will play game one. I think Dickinson will play game one. I don't know any insider. This is pure prediction. I just think that they don't want to miss playoff games, and I think they're resting Heim and all that stuff. So I believe they'll be fully ready to go come playoffs game one, but I guess we'll end up seeing here in a bit.
Guy Flaming via the nasty chat says, yes, I'm too small for it. For the jersey, which is the giveaway here tonight. Oilers alternate uniform will be the grand prize at Boston Pizza 170th. Come on down. Nasty's out in droves today, which is excellent. Benny's be coming down here with some of his friends, and you got great game day specials, $5 off medium pizzas, $1 off tankards of Molson, and Coors delicious golden beer. And we have a bunch of GCs and T-shirts and hats and some other prizes to give away. And then we got the Oilers pullover and the Oilers alternate jersey as well. A couple things. Atif's birthday, Sunday, May 24th. Wheels will be celebrating his 50th starting at 5 p.m. right here at BP 170th. And we have a birthday to celebrate today.
Do.
Go ahead, Bellsy.
Happy birthday, Jasmine.
Wow.
This is what an exciting milestone. Your 50th.
I was going to say 30th.
I know it. I'd rather chirp, though.
Yes.
The crowd's going wild for Jazzy's birthday.
Jazzy.
Bottle service.
Happy birthday. Bottle service everywhere.
That's tonight.
People are going to be popping bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
Oh, man.
Happy birthday there, Jazz, eh?
Revved up at the party.
Yeah.
Fresh roll of Zins, eh?
Happy birthday, Jasmine.
Yes, happy birthday.
Be a fun day for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mix it in water, eh? There she goes. Oh, we're being silly. But yes, a very happy birthday to EST's very own Jasmine, who you can catch on the Hangout a couple times a week. And we know she'll need a water or two. It's a bender extender.
Hopefully she
Cameo
doesn't
gave her
have
some.
the I'm sick. for too long after the party.
If there's bottle service tonight, look out, because her illness lasts multiple days if she has too much frivolity. Yes, and we say that with love, of course. Yeah, happy birthday, Jazzy. Okay, just really quickly, just to go over things again. You've got Ingram starting for the Oilers. You've got Anton Forsberg for the LA Kings. You have no Dickinson, no Hyman, no Draisaitl, obviously, for Edmonton. No Malott. Who else is out for the Kings?
Fiala,
obviously, and Kuzmenko. Those two are both done for the season.
Oh, really?
That's insane.
That is.
Considering he broke his lower leg with Tom Wilson falling on him a month and a half ago. Yeah. Somewhere around there. That's incredible. So, technology, science, wonderful things, aren't they?
Wonderful things.
Yeah. All right, final thoughts from you, Belzy. Final thoughts from you, Benny, unless you have something else you want to add.
No, I think it's going to be a good game today. I think you're going to see two desperate teams. I think you'll see one team obviously looking to clinch, try to get in. You got another team that is trying to make sure that it stays in. I think it's going to be a great game because there is a lot of storylines to it. Hey, this is a team that you've owned for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, you want to now make sure that the Oilers aren't getting what they want.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a good matchup. You've got a team that's playing a lot more upbeat, fast-paced hockey as opposed to the boring defensive style that they've had in the last couple of years. So once again, Panarin, you got Kempe, Anze, Kopitar, potential last game, home game at Crypto. It's going to be a good one. Enjoy.
Benny?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings are rallying behind the fact that this could be Kopitar's final regular home. Well, this is Kopitar's regular final home game, regular season game. We'll see if they make playoffs. Looks like they will. If you're the Oilers, you like to play spoiler here, but also benefit yourself, right? You're chasing a Pacific Division title here. The ball's in your court. Completely up to you. If you want to win this Pacific Division, go win out, you win it. So, I like to see some urgency tonight. Defensive mind, like you mentioned in Game Changers, Belzy. If they play a similar, third period defensively, like they did against the San Jose Sharks, they bring that this afternoon to the Kings. I like their chances to win this one. They do have some better scorers, but I think if the Oilers are playing to their defensive capabilities, they can get it done. So let's see if the Oilers get it done this afternoon and see if they can get that much closer to a Pacific Division title.
Edmonton 5-3-2 in its last 10 games against the LA Kings. The Oilers 15-6-3 versus Pacific Division teams this year. LA 8-5-9 versus the Pacific. The special teams hugely in favor of the Edmonton Oilers, or big time in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. Especially when it comes to the power play. Edmonton first on the power play. The Kings 30th on the PK. They're also 30th on the power play. Edmonton on the PK, not particularly strong, sitting at 24th going into action. I apologize for using the word hugely. I don't even think that's a proper English word.
Probably not.
I feel shame. Happy birthday to Jasmine, and we know it's going to be a wonderful 27th birthday for her.
Yep.
Oh, boy, I'm funny. Belzy, if you don't mind, one guy who did not choose that jersey.
Who's that?
TJ Hughes.
Oh!
You heard Dave Pagnotta earlier on Hello Hockey say he would not be coming to Edmonton. Grab that jersey, please. TJ Hughes has signed with the Colorado Avalanche. This is the grand prize. If you come on down to Boston Pizza 170th, we've got an Oilers alternate jersey, size 56. That's a large XL. Fits most people, but
like a glove.
That's going to do it for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Come on down. Have some fun with us. We're going to be here all afternoon. For Belzy, for Benny, I'm Tommy saying thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the game. We'll see you on the postgame show.